Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video today we're checking out the active volcano in Germany, West Eiffel volcanic field. So this should be very interesting to learn about an active volcano in Germany. You don't really hear about that often, so let's get right into it. For today, let's go.
When people think of volcanoes in Europe, they tend to think of actively erupting volcanoes in Italy, such as Mount Etna. However, there is another country in the region which also contains a geologically active volcano, Germany. In fact, Germany contains not one, but two volcanoes. You might at first think that it sounds absurd for potentially active volcanoes to exist in Germany.
Definitely.
Yet, if you look around western Germany, you will find numerous large circular depressions in the ground which are too large to have been caused by warfare. Measuring between 100 and 1,000 meters wide, these explosion craters are termed Mars and are the result of explosive volcanic eruptions in the last 750,000 years. Additionally, at several locations in the countryside, large amounts of carbon dioxide are released on the surface. One example is the Locher Sea caldera, where carbon dioxide bubbling is quite prevalent in the lake due to a shallow body of magma underneath the water. This video will discuss the West Eiffel volcanic field, which erupted 3 times in the last 12,000 years. The West Eiffel volcanic field can be found in west-central Germany, where it is relatively close to the border with Luxembourg. Specifically, this large volcanic complex is centered around the town of Daun. In total, it covers an area of 600 square kilometers and contains 240 separate eruptive centers. Much like the Hawaiian Islands, the volcanic activity in this part of Germany is caused by a hotspot in the mantle referred to as the Eiffel hotspot. Every few tens of thousands of years, magma from this hotspot reaches the surface, thus causing a new eruption. Volcanic activity began in the West Eiffel volcanic field approximately 730,000 years ago when a volume of magma from the underlying hotspot reached the surface. Soon, intermittent small explosions began and quantities of lava were ejected in a several hundred meters.
Is this what it looks like, this volcano in Germany, or is this just an example of a volcano?
Radius. Over time, this created an ever-growing cinder cone which grew in height to 200 meters tall. Although difficult to see today, 2 of the oldest cinder cones in the volcanic field are also the tallest, which are labeled on screen. As volcanic activity continued for hundreds of thousands of years, approximately 2/3 of the eruptions produced additional cinder cones. However, on occasion, a volume of magma was insufficient in size to reach the surface. However, such a small body of magma intruded into an area with abundant groundwater.
It does look really nice,
this magma
though.
then caused the groundwater to flash to steam, causing an immense amount of pressure to build. Eventually, this pressure became too great and the ground exploded upwards in what is termed a phreatic eruption.
That is not good.
Throughout the landscape of this volcanic field, you can find more than 150 large Mars explosion craters, some of which measure more than a kilometer across. As an example, the 40,000-year-old Meerfelder Mare, which is now filled with a crater lake, measures 1,600 meters wide and 137 meters deep. The most recent sequence of eruptive activity began in the southern section of the field in 8740 BC. A large explosive eruption resulted in the creation of the several hundred meter wide Ulmenner Mare. Then, in 8300 BC, 2 more phreatic eruptions occurred which resulted in the creation of adjacent Mare explosion craters. Due to the eruptive frequency within this volcanic field, it is safe to say that an eruption is overdue. On average, an eruption occurs about once every 3,100 years.
Okay, when was the last one?
Before the next eruption occurs, a number of warning signs will be present. Initially, earthquakes, which are not too common within Germany, will increase in frequency and get shallower and shallower. Then, small amounts of uplift in the ground will create small cracks and be detectable by satellite. Third, increased emissions of carbon dioxide will become apparent. Thus, when the next eruption occurs, it will require the complete evacuation of everyone in a 10-kilometer radius. Although the vast majority of eruptions in this field only produce cinder cones, the Mare-forming eruptions which also occur are highly explosive. These have regularly produced pyroclastic flows which have at times traveled 8 or more kilometers away, incinerating everything it touches. Using the U.S. Geological Survey method of rating volcanoes, the West Eiffel volcanic field will be classified on the upper end of the moderate.
Oh, wow, it's classified as a moderate threat. Obviously, that's not good at all. Like, that's pretty in the middle. Okay, that's pretty scary, actually.
Threat category. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to request a specific topic, please leave a comment below. Additionally, if you wish to support this channel, consider becoming a patron on Patreon.
Okay, that was a very interesting video. So as for the photos of it, was that the actual volcano? Is this actually like photos of the volcano? Or is this like examples of volcanoes? Like, is this actually what it looks like? Let me know if he actually showed the image of the volcano. But man, it said the last one it occurs every 3,100 years. When was the last one? That is the question, because it might be soon approaching, and a moderate threat is not good. So I actually didn't really know anything about the volcanoes in Germany. I didn't even think they had a volcano in Germany, if I'm being honest with you guys. But I definitely learned something interesting about this today. I mean, this is very surprising to me. I know Italy has them, obviously Hawaii has them, but learning about a volcano in Germany, definitely very interesting. You guys have to let me know. Do people go there? Do people visit it? Because I think it'd be cool to visit if it's safe to do so. If it's not safe, I'm not going to visit it. But if it's safe to do so, I do think it would be cool to see the volcano. So if you guys want more videos like this, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everyone.